Okay, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. We are live, ready to go.
Excellent. Okay, first off, I want to apologize to everyone. I know we're about 8, 9 minutes behind here. I had a little issue with GoToWebinar software platform, so my apologies, but we are good to go. So let's jump right in. We have some great stuff to go over today, as we promise every single week on our live training webinars. So, as you know, we huddle up literally every Tuesday morning. I call it Positive Tuesday. So, Tuesday morning, we have our marketing meeting and we discuss what webinars are coming up for that week and the next few weeks. And we all kind of put our heads together, literally 11 marketers from 4 different states. And, of course, we want to talk about the latest and greatest in the product space, carrier space, sales ideas, lead programs, all the above, anything to move the needle when it comes to our agents out in the field, right? The more you grow and the more successful you are, the more successful we are, right? You work through Levenson, who works direct with the carriers. So it's a win-win-win all the way down the chain, literally. So it would behoove us to bring the best presenters and platforms to you all to go out and tell new stories and make new sales. So anyway, with that said, right, we always talk about a lot of the big carrier names and products and new sales strategies and ideas, and today's a little different. We're shifting gears, and yes, we're talking about a large company, an A-rated company, which is most important, National Western Life, but we're talking about some niche products and sales ideas and concepts, right, that you need to have in your back pocket as a successful agent, advisor out there in the field. Okay, because what you come across out there, and this could be virtual, face-to-face, right, is not always so cookie cutter, cut and dry, right? $1 million, 20-year term, and we need to find the best premium. Sometimes you need to have the edge. You need a leg up on your competition, right? And sometimes the client might have done a lot of research online, and they're looking for something a little more specific on the micro level. So with National Western Life, you're going to have a little bit of everything in your toolbox, which I think is key on the life and annuity side. Okay, and as you can see those bullets in front of you, you're going to see why I'm so excited about this presentation, because you're not used to seeing bullets in a carrier and product portfolio like this, like what's in front of you on the menu screen. Okay, so make sure you take out a pen and paper, jot down notes, questions, comments. You can use that Q&A pane. You can also circle back with any one of our marketers as soon as we hang up on today's call. We're going to get everybody out right before 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We're also going to do our question of the day at the end, right before 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And whoever answers our question first and correctly walks away with that brand new set of Apple AirPods. Plus, what we're doing today, a little different, is the first agent that places a National Western Life application after the webinar, and you do have to be on here live. You can't be listening 2 weeks later. We have a Callaway range finder that's going out to you as well. Okay, so if you're in the golf space or you want to give it away to one of your clients that's a big golfer, great. We don't really care. But the point is, we want to make sure that you are the first agent to write and place an application with NWL as soon as we're done with today's presentation. So you have a chance to win 2 contests. In fact, we have literally 1, 2, 3 incentives that Levenson just launched as well. So everybody is going to be a winner, okay? Because all you have to do is write literally 1 application, and you're going to see why in a few more slides. So let's jump right in here. What I would like to do first is talk about what's most important to us here at Levenson, and that's you all, right, is our customer, which is the agent. We don't sell on a retail level. We don't go direct to consumer. We don't have a call center in the back room, okay, like a lot of IMOs do have these days, which I think should be illegal, okay, because if you're in the IMO space, you should be 100% wholesaling products and helping your agent sell these products, not fishing in the same bucket, Okay, that's just not fair. If you're sending applications in to your IMO, that same IMO should not be selling to the same consumer bucket. Okay, it just doesn't mesh. So anyway, ask those questions too, by the way. We know some of you work with a few IMOs, which is fine, but make sure that IMO is also not selling on a retail level. Anyway, back to you, our customer, our agent, our number one. So these are some of our testimonials that just came in. We'll start in the bottom left corner. There is nothing to improve at this point. This place is unreal and far exceeded my expectations. Alec, that's a new agency out of North Florida. I so appreciate these comments. And again, this is what moves the needle internally, okay, with all of our employees, our staff, our family, our team. So thank you for sharing. Top right-hand corner, love this. I spoke with Beth a few days ago after helping me get contracted with Manhattan Life. She quickly established my Insure Me Now Direct website. Great response, quickly and friendly. Could not ask for anything else. Pedro, you're the man. Thanks for sharing. And obviously, we share all of these comments with the entire team. Like I said, we also give you a free prospecting book on us if you leave these comments on our Facebook page or our Google reviews page or link. Okay, so feel free to do that. And again, everyone's a winner as long as you're an active agent with us. Okay, you're in. So it's that simple. Okay, let's keep moving forward. By the way, speaking of Insure Me Now Direct, we literally just had our mid-year call with Banner Life yesterday. And, you know, obviously Banner has the least expensive term around, right? If you're looking for that vanilla term product that has to be number one, period, quick, easy, instant decision on Insure Me Now Direct, right? That's a great place to start. Plus, we have a new incentive with Banner. But here's my point. You ready for this? So we literally had our mid-year call, right? So year to date, we are 56% higher as far as submitted applications and place premium than we were at this time in 2023, okay? That's because of Insure Me Now Direct, because we added Banner Life to the platform. 56% higher, okay, than last year at this time. That's huge, okay? So you as an agent need to scratch your head and say, wait a minute, am I marketing, am I selling on Insure Me Now Direct, especially for the low-hanging fruit products, okay, like term insurance? Hello, right? You don't want to get involved and go meet at a Starbucks at 7 a.m., right, and spend an hour and a half working on a case that's $82 a month, okay? I mean, maybe you do, maybe it's a good idea, but most of the time, send your link or just tell the consumer, hey, go to BillLevenson.com, okay? You can run a quote and apply there and get approved in less than 11 minutes, okay? And you should be marketing online. You should be e-blasting, running ads on social media. TikTok now is blowing up for the younger generation, but you should be marketing this link everywhere, which is tied to you, okay? And the commissions are the same, renewals are the same, nothing changes. Okay, but it's a much easier processing. It could be done virtual, state to state. We don't care. Okay, it's your link. You're the agent of record, period. So you got to run with that. What you're looking at in front of you is our 411 newsletter. Now, this is what I'm going to point out, and this is most important for you all. Think about this. We have over 90 carriers, okay, thousands and thousands of products and platforms and technology and lead programs. I mean, there's so much here, it could be overwhelming, right? And as an agent, how are you going to keep your finger on the pulse with all of these carriers and products? So every other week, we will send out this newsletter, okay? It's sitting in your inbox. If you don't have it, let us know, but keep your eyes peeled for the life and annuity leader. It's everything you need to know. Literally, it's one image. You click, and all the info is in front of you, okay? What's hot, what's not, new products, discontinued products, all the above, okay? Everything that's going on in the final expense space, well, it's in the life and annuity leader, okay? So pay attention to that, and if you're not getting it, let us know. Incentives, so everybody loves trips, cash, gift cards, AirPods, iWatches, right? We know that. It's no big secret. So left-hand side, again, we make it very easy. I can't stand when you see these carriers, these IMOs say, oh, when you write $100 million of annuities, you know, we're going to send you to Vegas, right? Or if you write 250 grand a life premium, we're going to send you a $1,000 Amazon gift card. We make our incentives very achievable for everyone. Okay, left-hand side, write 5 apps. We don't care what company, as long as it's on Insure Me Now Direct, you get $500. Keep in mind, some of these products are great door openers, and they start at just a few bucks a month. Okay, so very easy stuff here. On the right-hand side, this is strictly with Banner. Write your first application on Insure Me Now Direct, like I just spoke about. You get 150 bucks cash with your first app. Okay, if you don't use Insure Me Now Direct, you use, let's say, iGo or their portal, okay, on their website, you get 100 bucks with your first app on top of the best commissions, because again, you're direct to the carrier. It's you, Levenson, and Banner Life. There's not 22 layers in between. So it's a win-win-win across the board. Let's keep moving forward. What I want to do next is talk about our annuity incentive, another big one. We just put this together last week, and then I'm going to turn the wheel over to Bryant, our official speaker of the day, in just a second here. Real fast, the slide you're looking at in front of you, this is from our annuity department in-house. And what I love about this, again, not crazy numbers, okay? We're talking about $1 million minimum in FIA premium, okay? So it's nothing crazy out of this world, right? You can do this, and it's with all companies, including National Western Life. $1 million plus a $250 gift card for lunch or dinner. We send you out on a yacht charter, a private yacht charter, 50-foot Sea Ray out of Fort Lauderdale, yachting capital of the world, okay? On us, everything paid for. Next level up, starting at $1.5 million, same exact package, but we fly you and the guest in from anywhere in the country. So round trip plus all of the other goodies I just spoke about, okay? So again, you can do this, all right? If you're writing with a few different IMOs, it might be a good time to maybe place some of these contracts, apps with Levenson, get the contest, and then I think you're going to love our service and want to do everything with us, but at the end of the day, you're not captive to us by any means. But this is a great opportunity to spend the end of the summer, the end of the year, or beginning of 25 with Levenson in Fort Lauderdale. Let's keep moving forward. Let's talk about our feature presentation of the day. We have Bryant joining us, our VP with National Western Life. Bryant, are you there, buddy? Give me just 1 second.
Yes,
I hope we're not.
I'm sorry, Bill. I am here.
Okay, perfect. The stage is yours.
Wow, those incentives are fire. I wish I could join that race. So give me just a quick second. I am going to share my screen. Hopefully, you can see my screen here. I have a lot to cover, so I'm gonna go through it pretty quickly. Please, please, please reach out to Bill and team for any questions you have. I am going to I'll go ahead and advance it here. I'm gonna do a few things here. I'm gonna give everyone an update on NWL. I'm gonna talk about our portfolio changes, and then I will get into our 2 products that we'll talk about today, the Impact, and give you kind of some sales ideas and thoughts around that. And then Lifetime Returns Select and Solutions, which is on our life side. And that, Bill said that we are a niche company. That is true, but I will tell you, we are getting a lot of traction on our life side, and we're starting to pick up steam on the Impact 10 and 7, and I'll show you why here coming up. I'm not sure if we'll have time for Q&A, but just before I get going here and before I get on a roll, just want to make sure, Bill, that you can see my screen that is showing the agenda.
Yes, perfect.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and go ahead and start. So this is, to me, this is the best time to be in our business. This year marks what the industry is calling peak 65. And if you are unaware of what peak 65 is, it is the year in which more Americans will turn age 65 in any time in our history. there are 11,000 people turning age 65 a day. That's an average. So about 4.1 million people are turning age 65 and older. And that's actually going to happen until about the year 2027. We'll have these record number of baby boomers turning age 65 and older. And what that means for you and I is that is sounds like to me a lot of opportunity, whether you're writing life or annuities, right? Um, so there are two camps of people here. There are people that need guaranteed lifetime income. Maybe they've accumulated a lot of money, but they want that guaranteed income. Um, and so, of course, annuities will help them do that. And then there's those that have accumulated, enough money where they don't necessarily need another source of guaranteed lifetime income. They can accumulate money within an annuity, but they also may want to build and leave a legacy. And so I think that we have two solutions here that we'll talk about here next, that will address those as we enter the next 3 years of Peak 65. Um, so I'll start here with kind of the updates on NWL. So NWL's A-rated company out of Austin, Texas. We recently, and when I say recently, on June 7th, we merged we joined forces with Prosperity Life Group. Prosperity is mostly in banks and broker dealers. National Western Life is in the independent space, in this space. So Prosperity essentially purchased us to grow us and to grow their presence in the independent space. Um, they're backed by Elliott Management, which is an investment firm. So again, what all of that means, I just wanted to kind of give you that update, is to continue to look for new products, better rates from National Western Life. The other thing I wanted to tell you is share with you is Prosperity came in and they have streamlined our portfolio. And so we had some newer products that will be discontinued and as of actually tomorrow. And so those are listed on the screen. If you've seen those, you have some cases in, you have until tomorrow to get those in and then until September 1st to get them funded. Now, yes, that is going away, but that by no means indicates that we are trying to not do more annuity business. We are going to focus on the products that we have, and I'll talk about the Impact 10, both on the product side and the processing side. Prosperity thinks that for now they can make it more efficient. We can get the apps in, turn them around faster, get you paid faster, and then focus on the rates and features of the products that we do have left in the portfolio. So just wanted to share that with you. The Impact Series. Impact Series has been around for a while, and so I'll go through that. The Impact Series has a 10-year and a 7-year FIA option. If you're in the state of Florida, the 10-year is available, and it includes a premium bonus. So for the 10-year, there is a 7% premium bonus. It is included with the death benefit. It's going to be included. There's an optional income rider. It's going to be included with that. Of course, there's a vesting schedule, but I'll share here in a couple of slides something that's very interesting that we do differently with our 7% bonus that is very helpful and unique for clients. So the Impact 10, again, 10-year withdrawal charge, that 7% premium bonus received in the first policy year. And so you get that, the clients will get that credit. There are two options. There is for income riders. There is an Income Outlook NH, which stands for nursing home. And then there's an Income Outlook Plus 5, and that includes an additional 5% bonus with still the nursing home rider. And you may ask, hey, why would someone, not choose the 5% additional bonus? Well, the income rider without the +5 there are some differences there, and we can talk about those. And it has to do with what income, how the income rider pays out. So we will ride up to age 80 with the rider. We'll take 1.5 million without checking with us first. You don't have to get pre-approved. We definitely will take more than that. We just need to know that that is coming. So we do ask that you reach out to Levenson and team and just let them know that, hey, you have a large case and you want to make sure that that will go through pretty smoothly. There are there's a few things that, some waivers to the 10-year surrender charge. Here you see one of them. If someone has a qualifying medical stay, these are a few of these are the things that they must have, including, pretty much the normal 90 consecutive days. The stay must begin after 100 days after the policy date, etc. So these are, this is one of the ways that the clients can have the withdrawal charges waived. They can also, if they're also deemed to be terminally ill, which for us is defined as expected to pass away within 12 months, then of course we would waive surrender charges. So again, two different withdrawal benefit riders, the income outlook and the income outlook +5. The NH, again, stands for nursing home, and it is a confinement rider. So we will pay 200% of what the guaranteed income was. We'll pay that for 5 years or until the account value it reaches 0, whichever is first. Now, if we're in the middle of a contract year and the account value goes to 0, we will complete that contract year paying the 200%. The confinement, we start at 2 years. Some of our competitors start at 3, but after 2, the clients can use this nursing home rider if they need to. So the difference between the income outlook nursing home and income outlook +5. These are a couple of the differences. One of the biggest differences is that the increase each year in the payout percentage for the income outlook is 1%. So at 60, the payout is 7%. At 61, it's 7.1, 62, 7.2, etc. There is a 5% roll-up rate that is available on both. There is also if in this version, if the client does not receive any index crediting, so if there's a 0 or negative, then we will not charge the 1% rider fee. If the index returns 0.5, we will only charge a 0.5% rider fee. So if it's anything less than 1%, then we'll either charge no rider fee or that percentage amount, 0.5, 0.7, etc. Anything over 1%, then of course we charge the full 1%. With the +5, so the additional 5% bonus, the rider fee is 1.5, and the payout percentages are less granular. So you have 60 to 64 is 7, 65 to 69 is 7.5, etc. So less granular, but you get an additional 5% bonus in the first year. It still has the confinement rider, which works the same way. One of the things that I mentioned a couple of slides ago that I wanted to show you that is, I think, is pretty neat, pretty unique, is that what we do with the 7% premium bonus. With the 7% premium bonus is kept in a separate bucket. So this is an illustration showing 500,000, male 65, 500,000 is the premium, initial premium, and this is single premium in this case. That's 500 is the first year premium. You see, if you multiply the 500,000 times 7%, you'll see you'll get 35,000. And you'll see even this client turns on income in the second year. You see it over towards the right under withdrawals. They're getting 41,000 for the rest of their life. If we look back over under the cash surrender value, you'll notice the 35,000 is there even when the account value has reached zero. And so that 35,000 will stay and will be available to the client's beneficiaries as a final expense piece. So in other words, the client can take out this contract, turn on income, get a lifetime of income, and still have a residual death benefit, which is that 7% first year premium bonus. So it shows on the illustration. I think it's pretty neat little feature to have. It can be burial depending on the amount, right? It can be burial, final expenses, or left to the grandkids. So they can essentially take a lifetime of income, take more than the 500,000 and still leave something to their heirs. This first slide shows the guaranteed amount, the 7% of the 500,000, which is the 35,000. But this is the non-guaranteed assumption, and you see some growth there. It's actually a minimal amount of interest is paid, and so you can show and sell from the guaranteed page. But in this instance, they instead of 35, they if it followed this non-guaranteed assumption, 56,000 would be available to the client's beneficiaries. We are competitive with the income rider. So if the client is adding the income rider to this 10-year FIA, I ran a quick annuity rate watch, is kind of what we use to compare. And you see us showing up. You see a couple of our products. You see Ultra Future, which we don't have. We're not going to have time to cover on this call, but the Ultra Future is still here. And right after that, here you see the Impact. This is a male 65. I have my name there, 65 in Florida. We are deferring income for 1 year. So turning on income at age 66. This is 100,000. You see a couple other of our competitors there. I would say the first two here, that is a decreasing benefit. Some clients, a lot of clients are not okay with that, especially if it's 5-year, but even 11-year. So for just about $1,000 less a year, over 11 years, that's $11,000. However, notice this, if we look at this second position here, when they drop, they're going to be paying $6,600. We are still, if you look at the Impact 10, we're still going to be paying $8,800. So we're going to catch up to them twice as fast as they outpaced us. So if the client is going to live more than 11 years, they're going to get more money out of our contract. And oh, by the way, they're going to have something left over to pass on to their beneficiaries or to help with burial expenses, etc. Oh, and by the way, we have a nursing home doubler as well with our contract. So we are showing, the Impact is showing in the fourth position here. I would argue that we are really, if you're looking at levelized guaranteed income with a nursing home rider, as well as a residual death benefit, we would be in the #1 spot. So that's just to kind of level set and show you where we fit for income. We are the niche that we serve in the income space is for income soon. So if you're looking, clients are looking for income after 1 year. We're still a little competitive after 2 years, but 1 year is going to be our sweet spot. You have to give us a look in those extra benefits that I spoke about, the residual death benefit and the nursing home rider, they will get that as well. So that is our annuity offering. You can have this without the rider, of course, and it becomes accumulation, but our sweet spot is income within 1 year. This is a 10-year FIA, so it does pay like a 10-year FIA and not like a SPIA or even a DIA. I am going to keep moving so we make sure we have time here. So I'm going to transition over to the life side, our returns, lifetime returns, select and solution. One kind of chassis, two different products. One handles non-qualified money better. The other handles qualified money. We can handle both qualified and non-qualified money. I will admit that we get most of our business in the lifetime return select, so the non-qualified money, but we have a pretty neat sales idea. If you have clients that have qualified money and want to help their legacy with that. So clients to consider for lifetime return select. And some of this is kind of obvious, but money with clients sitting on the sidelines. You'd be surprised with how many clients have money sitting in a bank, in a savings account that they're saving for a rainy day. They're saving to pass on to their beneficiaries. They're saving in case they get sick and have to take care of themselves. But this perfect solution for them. Clients who value liquidity, and I'll talk about that. Maybe they do not qualify for traditional long-term care. We have a chronic illness rider that can be added to this contract, and we do not underwrite for our chronic illness. As long as they qualify for the product, they can choose whether or not to add the chronic illness rider. And this is a leverage play, right? We're going to use the insurance company, grow that pot of money that they either are going to pass on or that they have for chronic illness rider usage if they get sick. Great way to leverage up. So with the lifetime return select, there are 5 ways to access money. That is huge, right? Death benefit, of course, chronic illness rider. We have a 100% return of premium rider. So there is essentially no risk to the client. And then they also have, before we get to the return of premium, they also have the option of a free partial surrender. So a 10% partial surrender after the first contract year. So let's say you have a client, they have $100,000 sitting in a bank CD, bank savings. Maybe now the banks are paying more, they're paying 5%. But you could take a portion of that, maybe 50,000, leverage that premium. That 50 will grow, and they'll have a bigger death benefit. They'll have a bigger pot for chronic illness rider. And for some reason, if something changes at any time, they can get all of their premiums back, no questions asked. 100% return of premium rider. So again, almost no risk to the client. They're not in jeopardy of losing any of their principal, but they can leverage up for death benefit and chronic illness rider. This contract is simplified issue. So 12 knockout questions. We were in the background, we reviewed their RX. There's no phone calls, no physicals, no lab work, no blood, etc. We let you, there's a decision made within 48 hours. We are right now at about 24 hours. So if you send it in today, by tomorrow you should know. But within 48 hours is our underwriting decision time. They have to answer no. If they can, truthfully answer no to those 12, and those 12 match up with the RX, then we see a very, very high percentage of them going through. I put in a couple of slides to show some of the pre-screen questions. What we do, what we see a lot of advisors do is go through the questions with the client prior to just filling out the app, right? Saves everybody time. So if they can answer no to these 12, then great, then we can go ahead and complete the app. So what you'll see here is an age question. You'll see some have you ever questions. You'll see how some in the past 5 years, some in the past 3 years, and then some in the past 2. So it's 12 questions. Sometimes I get some feedback. Hey, you said 12 questions, but some of the questions have 2 in there. Yeah, that's true. So it may be, I don't know, 16 or 17, but still, as long as they can answer no to all 12 or 16 or so questions, then it should go through, as long as that is it jives with the RX. So again, I talked about the free partial surrender after the first policy year. That's another way that they can access the cash in the contract. We'll issue up to age 85. Minimum face amount 25 here you see. The chronic illness rider is pretty standard. It's 2% of the death benefit, and we'll do that up to 500,000. So if you have $1 million, if you have, let's say 600,000, 500 of that we can use as chronic illness rider. It can be paid monthly or annually, and we do keep a face amount of at least 12.5 on our contract. So a couple of ways to look at this. Have a client, they can do a single play, just increase their legacy, right? So 100,000. This is for a male age 65 with the chronic illness. That goes to 167, right? So they instantly leverage that up to 167. This is an FIA, so that amount can grow, but here we have a guaranteed death benefit that has increased their legacy by 67. But let's say they want to take that same 100,000 now, and they want to make sure that they can pass that 100,000, but also keep some cash. Here it would take 59, just under 60,000 to do that. So you see here in this case, the cash remaining there is 40,000. What I would say for our contracts, we see the most of our business between 70 and 80. Most favorable ages, 70 to 80. 65 is great. I would say even a higher percentage of our business, we see 65 to the 85, but the sweet spot again, there's 70 to 80. Definitely reach out to Levenson and the team to get your illustration. This is what the illustration looks like. Here it shows, the 100,000 initial face amount of 167, but we are growing here. So on the guaranteed side, you see, the first year, the death benefit at the end of that is 209. The right side is the non-guaranteed amount. And so it can grow, but this is a guaranteed for lifetime contract. So you see the 100,000 and the 100,000 surrender amount, that's the ROP here in this surrender amount column. Death benefit 167, and that is guaranteed to age 161. So I'm going to go ahead and keep in transition. I know we got about 10 minutes here, so I'm going to quickly go over the solutions version. So that was lifetime returns select, non-qualified monies. Clients 65 to 85 is the sweet spot. We see most businesses most favorable 70 to 80, but we can also handle qualified money with our lifetime return solutions. This essentially is kind of the same chassis as the select. What we have done is add a SPIA, either 5 or 10 pay SPIA to this contract. And so what clients are we looking for here? Clients with traditional IRA or qualified money. They're looking to pass that money on to their beneficiaries, and they can add a chronic illness rider. Something we say here at NWL is don't let your clients die with an annuity, right? If they have that annuity that is they've moved it a couple of times and they've accumulated money, they don't need this money and they're getting older, they're not 80, past 85 yet, maybe it's time to move that money to a life contract. If they can still answer no to those 12 questions, then move it to a life contract. Now that payout is tax-free, and with this contract, they can spread out their taxes over 5 or 10 years. Something we all know and can kind of we can kind of foresee is that our taxes going down here in the future. So why not start paying those taxes today, and your beneficiaries would have a tax-free payout. Clients who have an annuity that no longer meets their needs, we kind of talked about that, and they're looking to limit the tax burden of their heirs, and again, spread out the tax burden over 5 or 10 years. Still simplified underwriting. This is the way it works. So they apply for the SPIA, so there is some suitability. There is suitability, I should say, and they apply for the IUL at the same time. They choose a 5-pay or 10-pay at the time of application. So do they want to spread the taxes out over 5 years or 10 years? They can choose either one. Pay the single premium. It goes into a life contingent SPIA, and that SPIA internally will pay for the life product. All benefits are determined from the life policy, meaning if the client chooses a 10-pay and they pass away in, let's say, the 4th year, they've paid taxes on 4 years of those payments. They have not paid on 6 years. We're going to pay the beneficiaries from the life death benefit. The remaining 6 payments will not be paid out. However, the client has not paid out taxes on 6 years. So they chose to spread it out over 10. They only paid taxes on 4. Their beneficiaries got the benefit of the full death benefit tax-free from the life contract. So great way to, again, limit that burden on your beneficiaries and your heirs. The chronic illness rider works the same, 2% paid monthly or annually up to $500,000. No difference there. This is new. We have not had this. We did not have this last year. We added it last year, towards the end of last year. So something that is new for solutions. So you can essentially take an IRA, move it over here, add the chronic illness rider, etc., have a tax-free payout. We'll write this depending on the age. They can choose 5 or 10 pay. So if it's a 10 pay, we stop that at age 80. If they're older than 80, they have to go with the 5 pay. Since this is an annuity and a life, we do require a product-specific training for the SPIA. They do not have to be necessarily contracted with us for annuities, but they do have to take the product-specific training. Again, that needs to be taken, of course, prior to the client signing the app. And we can withhold taxes. If they want to withhold taxes from the SPIA payments, we can do that as well. So what clients are looking for this? Clients with qualified monies. One of the newest, I guess, sales ideas or solutions that this can solve is the non-spousal inherited IRA problem. So you have a client that's married, maybe the spouse passes away, they still have this IRA. With the new IRS rules, if that client passes away, the second to die, if they pass away, that IRA has to be, whoever it's passed to has to be liquidated within 10 years if it doesn't pass to a spouse. Why not move that and get ahead of that issue? Move it to a lifetime return solution that will eliminate the non-spousal inherited IRA problem that the IRS has essentially created, and create a tax-free payment. They can, again, spread out the tax liability over 5 or 10 years. And so that is, kind of our newest sales idea with lifetime return solutions. And we're getting some traction on that sales idea. So we have lifetime returns select for non-qualified monies, lifetime return solutions for qualified monies, It has a 5 or 10-year SPIA attached to it that you have to take the product specific training. Both of them, we are we're getting a lot of traction on the select, and we're getting more and more on the solutions, especially with clients trying to get ahead of the non-spousal inherited IRA. That is what I had to present. The Impact 10, which is with the income rider, with the nursing home payout as well, is very competitive after 1 year of being in contract. So income soon, you'll see us at the top of the list. And for that product, remember, it has the residual death benefit or final expense payment, and then of course the 2 life products as well. A couple of things here, and then I'll pass it back. This is something that I found a picture that that the Levenson team is going to offer. If for the first person from this webinar, exclusive to Levenson, from this webinar, to submit and get paid their first contract. So we have the Callaway. This shows up. I Googled it, and it showed up on the top 5 list of golf rangefinders. So if you play golf or have customers or clients that play golf, a great gift there. So I want to just quickly show a couple of other pieces here. Give me just a second and let me change my screen here. This is just a quick kind of sales piece. I went over this. This is Carl. He is 65. This is showing the residual death benefit. A little hard to see, but it's 500,000, showing that he's paying the 41,000. He's getting paid 41,000 after 1 year deferral, and he'll never his residual cash death benefit will never drop below 35,000. Even if he lives to age 100, if he lives to age 120, he'll still have at least 35 to pass on. So that we have that in a piece. It's pretty neat. The other thing,
Brian, sorry, but we got about a minute left, but I just want to let everyone know we're also going to send a thank you email out, and we'll include a lot of these flyers and brochures as well.
I just have one more to go through. This is our renewal rate piece. We have changed our philosophy on renewal rates. We now levelize all of our annuity products and life products, so you'll see that. And then the last thing I think is the best, and we did spend time here, but in addition to all those great things that you have, giveaways, summer giveaways with Levenson, we are paying additional commission on annuities. So both annuities will pay an additional, and that starts at 500,000. Thank you again for the time, and I'll hand it back to you, Bill.
Yeah, that was great, Brian. Good stuff. I just got a few things left, some important notes, workshops, trainings, all complimentary I want to bring up quickly. How to get started. So like I said, we're going to send out a thank you email to all participants before we leave tonight, and that will include everything we're going over today. If you don't receive that, let us know. We probably have your incorrect email, so we're going to need the correct email, or it's sitting in your spam folder. But basically, that is our homepage, our website. As soon as you click on contracting, that's what you're going to see in front of you. Also, what we do with all carriers is we match or beat your existing commissions if you're moving a contract over, and then you get free leads or cash for contracting with your first paid application. So we make it a win-win-win. Let's keep moving forward. I got a few minutes left. I want to try to get everyone out very close to on time, but just some important slides to cover. Real fast, additional single life option. So our go-to, obviously, National Western Life has a great story to tell, which you just heard. Assurity Life, available on Insure Me Now Direct and Sage Scholarship approved. So another big deal, Sagicor. Also SAGE scholarship approved, and then non-med up to 85. And then on the bottom, Lafayette Life, which also works well with your family bank concept, and SAGE scholarship approved. And this is all exclusively through Levenson. The scholarship program is complimentary and there's no commission reduction. You're basically giving a year scholarship to your consumer or any blood relative to the insured. So again, it's a no-brainer and gives you a big leg up against the competition out there. Okay, our latest and greatest product in the FEX space is SBLI. They have a new senior market final expense product, and we will officially be rolling this out next week. Pricing, it's very, very competitive. In fact, it's neck and neck with Mutual of Omaha with their Living Promise product. So that's another big one. There's a lot of updates and changes in the FEX space. On the right-hand side, you can see the products that are either gone or that are going away very soon: Columbian, Great Western, Lumico, and Prosperity. But we have literally about 10 to 15 great options and plenty of stability companies that have been around over 100 years. So you have nothing to worry about. Just let us know if you have any questions, and then we'll make sure to get you set up with SBLI. Let's keep moving forward. So premium finance, we're going to shift gears for a second, back, bigger and better than ever. In fact, we just placed a few cases last month. This is another new case that just came in that was already pre-approved. I wanted to share real fast the reason why. Female, age 48, healthy, income at $450,000, a net worth of $5 million. So here's what's interesting. This was pre-approved, like I said, and the application is at LSW as we speak. Number one, the target commission to the agent, $336,000. Okay, this is a monster case. And when you talk about strategy, so we have two third-party premium finance vendors that literally will work on 0 to a 20% commission split. All right, that means you get the majority or all of the compensation. Okay, and they do all the heavy lifting. So if you got a guy, you got a girl, let us know, and we'll go to work for you and get that case in and placed, if there's a chance, obviously. Let's keep moving forward. So every week, I promise these sample social media posts, and if you're not out there creating videos at least once a week, or a post or both, at least once a week, I hate to say it, but you're riding a horse in reverse around New York City in 2024, which shouldn't happen, okay? Moving the needle means you being creative, being scrappy. Okay, getting the word out, staying top of mind. So these three posts in front of you, they literally created about 60 comments and leads between all three. And what I'm saying is, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You change a few spokes. So try some of these strategies. Most of it's already done for you. We can even help you with branding and co-branding. Okay, but we have a complete turnkey marketing library on our website. It's all free. All right, once you're active. So you got to put your right foot forward and jump in. Let's keep moving. These are great training tools for you. The left-hand side is Coach Charles Samuel. I did a 1-hour, 20-minute podcast with Coach Charles and Carrie. If you've never sold an annuity before, or you're an annuity pro, I guarantee you that episode will change your perspective on annuities, and it'll help you sell more annuities as soon as you finish listening. Okay, I don't care if you're doing your morning walk, yoga, working out, whatever. Put in your headphones, your earbuds, your AirPods. Start listening. It's free. Okay, if you can pick up a nugget or two, it's a win. On the right-hand side, that is literally the CEO of North America for Banner Life, Farron Blonkin. The guy is a beast. He's amazing. Younger guy. He runs Banner for this entire country. I sat down with him for an hour. Again, some great nuggets. And you see what we're doing with Banner. We're up 3 times since last year at this time. So totally crushing it. And it's because of you all. And we don't forget that. All right, second to last slide here, and then we'll put a bow on this. So if you are listening right now, okay, or if you listen to this episode before the end of the week, so tomorrow, you must register. If you have the time and you're comfortable with Zoom and a camera, you got to register for this workshop. It's free. First time we've ever done anything like this. Coach Charles is unbelievable when it comes to selling annuities. I promise you. Okay, check out the podcast if you're maybe doubting what I'm saying. He is a beast, and everyone can relate to his method, the 60-second close, and he's going to go literally hold your hand through 8 weeks, 8 hours of annuity training workshops starting August 1, okay? August 1st. It's around the corner. And number one, think about this. There's a 0.25 point to 1.5 basis point bonus, okay, from the workshop after you're done when you start selling. Number two, the yacht charter. Okay, so it's a win-win-win across the board. Plus, by the time you're done, he guarantees you'll be selling at least 1 to 3 million in annuity premium. Okay, I'm telling you, if I was an agent, I would be signing up for this, and it's free. So we're not trying to sell you anything here. All right, let's keep moving. These are our upcoming training webinars, which is what you're on right now, the new Allianz IUL product on the 1st as well. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern. Right below that, One America is one of our top hybrid solutions. That is on the 3rd of October, and then the SBLI new final expense product webinar will also be launching in August, so keep your eyes peeled for that. My final slide question of the day, what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about my Positive Tuesday quote first on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to ask my question. So this will give you time to get your little fingers on your keyboard because you're going to answer first, and you're going to be correct. So my quote, failure is simply the opportunity to try once again, but this time with more experience and intelligence, right? Rinse and repeat, okay? You fall down, you get back up again. You try harder, this time with more intelligence, okay? Social media, TikTok. If you don't have a platform, a page set up, go do it. Try something new. Get your grandkid, your child, your assistant to help you, okay? The sky is the limit. I mean, there's businesses on TikTok and Instagram that are making millions, okay? Not just in the insurance space, but almost every space today, okay? The sky is the limit, and it's up to you. It's how high and how big do you want to grow? I really mean that, and I know for a fact because that's how we built Levenson, okay? And I came in, 25 years ago, and we had a few hundred agents. Today, there's 24,000 plus in every state, every city, just about. Okay, so literally the sky's the limit. It's how much work do you want to put in. My question of the day, and I hope you were paying attention. So the 8-week annuity workshop, tell me the teacher. What's the coach's first and last name and the day it starts, and you win. Very simple. Tell me the coach of the 8-week workshop, first and last name and the date it starts, and you win. Apple AirPods, the new generation. Andrew's going to see who answered first and who is correct. Andrew, do we have a winner today?
Yes, it is John C. John C.
John C. Congrats. It's Charles Samuel, and the date is 8/1, August 1st, around the corner. Let's have a great Thursday, great rest of the week, great selling. And I apologize again about the technical issue in the beginning, the first 7 minutes. If you have any questions, we're here for you every step of the way. I can promise you that, and I'm on record saying it. Please reach out anytime. Great selling.